Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Crafts. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet this super cute and stylish bucket hat. It's perfect for any season and it's beginner friendly. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more crochet tutorials. Let's get started. So I will be using this charity yarn double knit and it's in kiwi salad. So I'll be using this, and on the label it says 4mm hook, but because I have a loose tension, right, my tension is very loose, so I'm going to be using a 3.5mm hook. But you can just see if your tension is loose, then use a 3.5. If your tension is a little bit tighter, use a bigger hook. Because if your tension is loose and then you use the 4mm hook that is recommended here, the hat is going to be too loose and big, right? So if you have your tension is very tight, it's going to be small. Okay, so you need to watch out there. So after this, you're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a yarn needle to weave in all our ends. Okay, we'll start by making a magic ring. So I'm just going to take a little, just going to look at the tail end here. Okay. So we'll start by making a magic ring. So this is how you make a magic ring. You just wrap your yarn like that around your fingers, like that, around your pointy and your ring finger. No, your middle finger and your pointy finger, and then you cross it, right, just like that, and then you grab on to your hook, and then you pull up like that, right? Then you let go, and then you make. So from here, we're going to make 2 chains, 1 and 2. So if you're not comfortable with the magic ring, you can also chain 4 and slip stitch to form a loop. Now that we have made our magic ring, what we're going to do is we are going to make 10 double crochet into this ring. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. I repeat that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the magic ring, pull up a loop, 3 loops on a hook, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So we are going to do, like I said, we are going to do 10 double crochets. So I'm going to do the remaining 8 double crochets off camera, then I will be back. So we are done with our 10 double crochets, and we are going to pull this tail end, right, to close up the magic ring. So we're just going to pull it like that, pull it tight, and we are going to ignore those 2 chains we did at the beginning and go into the stitch after the 2 chains. I don't know if you can see that. You see those are our 2 chains there, and that's the next stitch. So 2 chains, the stitch after the 2 chains, that's where we slip stitch to close up the round. There we go. Now we are going to chain 2. We will always chain 2 at the beginning of the round, and we slip stitch at the end, or on top of the first double crochet at the end of each round. So we are doing round 2 now, and remember this 2 chains does not count as a stitch, so we are going to work back in that stitch where they are these 2 stitches. So we are going to work another double crochet in there, and another one back in there, and into the next one we do 2 double crochets as well. So now we are going to continue doing 2 double crochet into each stitch till the end, and I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll meet you and I'll show you how to close up this round. Now I'm done with the second round. So what you're going to do here, I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so let's say we are done with the round, and we're just going to slip stitch in there, just like we did when we closing up the first round. So we are going to slip stitch just like we did, right? We are going to slip stitch, and if you can take a closer look, there's a gap there. There's a gap in there. So to close up that gap, we are going to do something different. Okay, let me just put that back. Okay, so we're going to close up that gap. So working into our last stitch, remember we are placing 2 double crochets into each stitch. So here we have 2, so I'm going to undo this. I'm going to unravel this, right? Going to unravel, and then I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then I'm left with 2 loops on hook. Now if you can, there is a gap here, which is here, right there. There's a gap right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. So that's where we are going to insert our hook. So what you're going to do, you're going to yarn over and insert right in there, right? And we are going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 3 loops on hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So what did we do here? We did 2 double crochets together, right? We did 2 double crochets together. The reason why is that we are trying to close up the gap that is always there when we slip stitch to close up the round. So that's how you can sort of like fix that gap. So we are going to slip stitch into the first double crochet we did at the beginning, and then we finish our slip stitch. So as you can see, know that gap is gone, and it's really nice. So we are going to continue. We're chaining 2, like I said at the beginning of each round. We chain 2, and at the end of the round we do 2 double crochets together, 1 in the stitch and 1 in the gap. So I'm going to do this round together. So we're going to continue. These 2 chains does not count as a stitch, like I said. So we're going to yarn over, back into that stitch. We're going to pull up a loop, 3 loops on hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and over, pull through 2. All right, so that's 1 double crochet, and into the next we're going to place to make an increase. So by placing 2 double crochets in the next one we do 1 double crochet, into the next one we do 2 double crochets, next one 1 double crochet, into the next one 2 double crochets. Right, so we're going to repeat all the way to the end, and I'll meet you when we're about to close up this round, and I'll show you again how to do the 2 double crochets 2 together. Okay, now I'm almost done with my round, but I just wanted to mention that this is how you know you are doing the right thing. You're in the right track, because if you're done with the round, the last stitch you should be doing an increase in that stitch. That's how you know you are on the right track. And the other thing is to count your stitches. Always count your stitches at the end of the round. Like for instance, we started with 10, right? In the second round we have 20 stitches, and then in this third round we should have 30 stitches, right? So I'm at the end of the round there, so I'm going to do my last increase, 1, and that's another 2. I'm not going to finish this because that's where I'll be doing, closing up the gap here. That's where I'll be doing double crochet 2 together, yarn over, and then insert into the gap there, right? Pull up a loop, pull through 2. Now we have got 3 loops on hook, and then pull through 2. If I'm a little bit fast, you can just slow down the video or pause it, right? So you're going to slip stitch to close up the round. So chain 2. So this next round, what we're going to do in the 4th round, we are going to do 2, 1, and 2 double crochets, and then we increase into the 3rd stitch, right? So 1, 2, and then we're going to increase into the 3rd stitch. Right, so I'm going to repeat that to the end, and I'll meet you at the end to show you again how to do the double crochet 2 together to close the gap there. Now this is my last double crochet of the increase. Now I'm going to insert my hook into the space, pull up a loop. Sorry, that was wrong. You first yarn over, then you insert into the space, pull up a loop, 4 loops, pull through 2, 3 loops, and pull through all 3, and then you you insert your hook into the first double crochet we did at the beginning of the round, and then you slip stitch to close the round. So next we're going to chain 2, and then in this round we are going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to increase into the 4th stitch. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to increase into the 4th stitch. So that's what you're going to do, and we're going to keep on repeating the same pattern, 3 double crochets and increase into the 4th one till the end. And then when you get to the end, we do the DC 2 together, and then double crochet 2 together. And then at the end of the round, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th round. At the end of the 5th round, you should have 50 stitches. Always count your stitches. It is important. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this round. End of the round, so going to leave an increase. Now we're going to be working on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 6th row. So into the 6th row, we are going to increase, do our increase in the 5th stitch. Right? We're going to do our increase in the 5th stitch. This is the 1st row, 2nd row, 3rd row, 4th row, and 5th row. Into our 6th row, we are going to make our increase into the 5th stitch. So you're going to do 4 double crochets in each stitch, and into the 5th stitch you're going to do 2 double crochets into the 5th stitch. That's an increase. So row 7, we are going to do 5 double crochets, and into the 6th stitch we are going to do 2 double crochets. When you're done with those two, when I'm done with those 2 rows, I'll be back. So I'm done with those 2 rounds. So in total I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 rows. So if you want to if you're doing a size small, you should your crown will be the perfect size right now, because it's when you measure it, it's actually 7. It's actually 7 inches, and for the medium, so if you're doing size small, then you are done with the crown. So if you're doing size medium, we are going to do another round, and for large we are going to do 2 more rounds. So which means for medium we're going to do 1 more round, for large we're going to do 2 more rounds, and you should increase. So for medium, if we look right, in the previous round we did, in this round here we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we increased into the 6th. So for the next round, right, we are going to increase into the 7th stitch. All right, and into the 7th stitch. So for those who are doing medium and large, let's carry on. But if you're doing a small, your crown is okay like this. So for those who are doing medium and large, let's carry on. So we're going to do 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to increase into the 7th stitch. Okay, so we do 6 single crochet, double crochets, and into the 7th stitch we increase. 6 double crochets into the 7th stitch we increase, and make sure you count your stitches, because at the end of this round, which is round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th round, you should have 80 stitches. All right, so we're just going to repeat the same thing right to the end, and I'll be with you when I'm done with this round. Now I'm done with the 8th row, which is the medium size medium. Right, so for those who are doing large, you need to do another round, and you're going to increase in the 8th stitch. Right, so we're going to have 7 double crochets, and in the 8th you increase. So you're going to repeat that 7 double crochet in the 8th, you repeat till the end, and you slip stitch, and then you join. And then we are going to, when you're done with that round, we are going to do the next step. And this next step is for all sizes, but it's going to be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to explain as I go. So in our next round, if you are doing size small, you would be if you're doing size small, you would be having 70 stitches right now. If you're doing size small, for medium, you'll be having 80 stitches. Like myself, I'm having 80 stitches, and for large, you'll be having 90 stitches. So we're going to carry on. So what you're going to do, for those who are doing size small, we are going to chain 1. Let's see, so we're going to do this together, all the sizes, right? So size small, medium and large, we're doing this round together. So 1, 2, chain 2 at the beginning, and then in this row, that's where we're going to focusing on the side of our head, right? So we'll be doing the side of the head, because now we are done with the crown, so we need the side of the head. Okay, so this row we are going to yarn over, and we're going to be working in the back loop only. So if I can come closer, then you will see this are the stitches. You go to the back loop only, and then you do a double crochet, and then next into the back loop. So we're just going to be working in the back loops only, right? Back loops only till the end. We're not going to increase or anything. We're just going to it's going to be double crochets with no increase. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that all the way till the end, and I'll meet you at the end. So we are done with this round, and we're just starting the side of the head, like I said. So for those, so if you're doing size small, you should have 70 stitches. If you're doing medium like me, you should have 80 stitches. If you're doing large, you should have 90 stitches. So for the next round, we are going to do normal double crochets, as I'm going underneath to those two loops. Normal double crochet. So we're going to double crochet in each stitch with no increase. Double crochet in each stitch with no increase, and we are going to do this for 5 rows. So you just carry on, and remember we chain 2 at the beginning of the round, and before you slip stitch we do double crochet 2 together to close up the gap, and then we slip stitch to close the round, and then you start again, and you should be having 5 rows of normal double crochets without, when I say normal, without any increase, and going underneath both loops. So I'm going to keep on crocheting, and I'm going to do the rest of the rows off camera, and I'll meet you back when I have 5 rows of double crochets with my 5 rows. So at the end of this row, if you're doing size small, you should be having 70 stitches. If you're doing medium, you should still be having 80 stitches. If you're doing large, you should be having 90 stitches. So from now, I'll be talking to those who are doing size small. So if you're doing size small, we're going to chain 2, and we are going to work in the front loops only. So working in the front loops only is for all sizes. Okay, so for size small, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do 6 double crochets in the front loops only, and in the 7th stitch we are going to make an increase. So remember, we are working in the front loops only because we are working on the brim. So 6 double crochets front loop only. In the 7th stitch we make an increase, and then we repeat to the end. Okay, that's for the small size. For the medium size like me, we're going to chain 2. I've already chained 2 there, and then we're going to do front loops only, right? We're going to do 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now in the 8th stitch we are going to make an increase, so which means 2 double crochets in that stitch. So you're going to repeat the same. This is for medium size. We're going to repeat the pattern, 7 double crochet in the front loops only. In the 8th stitch we do an increase, and then repeat till the end. And then for large sizes we are going to do 8 double crochets front loops only. In the 9th stitch, that's where we make an increase, and then we repeat. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll meet you back when I'm done with this row. So I'm done with this round. So for those who are doing size small, at the end of this round you should have 80 stitches, and for those who are doing medium like me, you should have 90 stitches, and for those who are doing large, you should have 100 stitches. Okay, so now this is going to be a normal round. We're going to have double crochets in each chain, in each stitch. In each stitch we're going to have a double crochet in each stitch. We're not going to increase, we're not going to work in the back loop or front loop. We're just going to work in the normal, just as normal. And the following row after the normal row, we're going to do an increase row, right? So in that row, if you're doing size small, you should look in this row where we increased, right? Where we started our brim, we made an increase, right? So if we say small, you would have made an increase in the, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would have made an increase in the 7th stitch, right? So in the next row, after normal row, you're going to make an increase in the 8th stitch. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to carry on. If you're doing a medium size like me, after a normal row, you do another increase row. So as you can see, we made an increase in the 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th row. So for that increase row, we're going to make an increase in the 9th row. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to put it on the screen so that it makes a sense. And for the large ones, for those who are doing a large one, in this row, you would have made an increase in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You would have made an increase in the 10th stitch, right? No, in the 9th stitch. You would have made an increase in the 9th stitch, and therefore you're going to make an increase in the 11th stitch. All right, that's for the large size large, but I'm going to put everything on the screen so that you see what I'm talking about. But so from now on, from this row onwards, we're going to alternate rows, increase row and normal row, increase row and normal row, and we're going to do in total 5 rows, including this one. And you must make sure that your last row is an increase row so that our brim will, not cave in, rather cave out, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to carry on. So this round will be the normal round. The next round will be an increase, followed by a normal, and I'll end with another increase. And then I'll come back to you when I'm done with that. Once you are happy with the size, fasten off and weave any loose ends with the yarn needle, and that's it. We have just made your own crochet bucket hat. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you make your own bucket hat, be sure to tag me on social media at Crocheting Crafts. I would love to see your creations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Happy crocheting and see you in my next one. Bye.